They're beautiful, they're scary, a lot of people love them, but after decades of debate, it appears the fate of the Haiku Stairs has been decided.
Yeah, today Honolulu Mayor Rick Blanchiardi said his administration will move forward to remove the structure.
Thousands of feet above Oahu is a stairway climbing into the clouds. Last September, the mayor of Honolulu approved plans to tear it down. I want to tell the story of these stairs while they're still here, how they got here, and why Hawaii has decided that they can't stay. It's a story about what happens when something illegal goes viral, and about the fine line between loving a place and loving it to death. You've probably seen these stairs before, and you've also probably heard that climbing them is completely illegal. That's only partially true. I'm at the start of the Moanalua Valley Trail. This trail leads right up to the top of the Haiku Stairs via the opposite side of the mountain. It's perfectly legal, but it's hard. 10 miles with 3,000 feet of elevation gain and no handrails. It's definitely my first time wearing gloves and micro spikes in the middle of summer. We've got quite a bit of hiking ahead of us, so let's pass the time with a history lesson. The story starts on December 7th, 1941.
A date which will live in infamy.
Pearl Harbor.
I ask that the Congress declare a state of war.
With the war in the Pacific, the U.S. Navy needed radio communications that could reach as far as Tokyo Harbor. In other words, a radio station in Hawaii. To reach far enough, the station needed to be really high. Building a tower tall enough wasn't feasible, so they went with a different design. Cables strung between two mountain peaks with a transmitter building below. They needed a site that had two mountain walls rising as vertically as possible, both a similar height over 2,000 feet and with flat land in between. Enter Haiku Valley. The terrain out here is no joke. It's densely vegetated, there's twisted trees, large lava rocks, the ground is either crumbly lava rock or mud from all the rain and fog that you get up here. It took the first two climbers 21 days just to reach the summit. They left spikes in the rocks as they climbed so they could climb back up the next day. Those spikes were replaced with ladders, then wooden stairs, and eventually the metal stairway that you see today. 5 long miles later, I've reached the summit, absolutely covered in mud. Let's jump forward to 1981. At this point, the Coast Guard managed the stairs, and they let people climb them after signing a waiver. But things started to get messy. On April 9th, the stairs were featured in an episode of Magnum P.I., and then on September 13th, Honolulu's largest publications, the Star Bulletin and Star Advertiser, ran this article, 3,922 steps to the top. The Coast Guard was flooded with requests to climb the stairs, as many as 200 a day on the weekends, so they limited the stairs to 75 climbers at a time. Then, in 1987, Hawaii's Coast Guard got a new commander. He was concerned about civilian access because of trespassing and vandalism and closed the stairs, quote, for repairs in March. They were permanently closed in June. Since then, the stairs have kind of been in management limbo, changing ownership and constantly up for debate, with numerous plans to reopen them, none of which have been successful. Closing the stairs hasn't stopped them from gaining popularity, especially in the age of social media. It's estimated that around 4,000 people hike the stairs each year, and the stairs don't have a public entrance, so you have to trespass through the neighborhood at the base to get on them.
We started getting out and getting ready, but the cops are right there.
If he starts walking, he won't catch up. Let's just go for it.
What do they think, we're stupid? Is this on a joke? No access to hiking trails.
People who live near the base of the stairs have to put up with illegal parking on the street, noise in the middle of the night, damage to their yards and gardens, and sometimes even worse. And security to prevent people from getting on the stairs in the first place costs taxpayers about $250,000 a year. There's another talking point that comes up all the time, that the stairs are just too dangerous and they present this huge liability for the city. But that just couldn't be further from the truth. In their 80-year history, there have been no serious injuries or deaths reported as a result of the stairs and no lawsuits to the city relating to them. To clarify, there has been one death recorded on the stairs, and it was a heart attack. So as unfortunate as it is, you can't blame it on the stairs. If you compare that to any other trail in Hawaii or honestly anywhere, the stairs are among the safest out there. I mean, they're stairs with a railing. The legal route that I took to get here is way more dangerous. Anyway, all of that has brought us here. The mayor and the city council have agreed that the stairs are a nuisance to the locals, a liability for the government, and that something needs to be done. There are two options, either removing the stairs entirely or implementing what's called managed access, basically turning the stairs into a legit tourist attraction. The most popular plan was drawn up by the nonprofit Friends of Haʻikū Stairs. I read through the entire thing so that you don't have to. In short, it would establish an alternative route to the base of the trail and allow 80 hikers a day through an online reservation system. Hikers would be made aware of safety procedures, sign liability waivers, and pay a fee. The revenue would pay for a safety program, increased security, and tourism infrastructure. The stairs would first have to be repaired, but repair would be cheaper than removal, and that money would quickly be made back through admissions. The Board of Water Supply, who own the stairs, have confirmed that managed access makes more economic sense than removal, and most of the neighborhood board supports a managed access plan, with the exception of the residents closest to the base of the stairs. But alas, the city has decided to go with the other option, tearing these stairs down as soon as this year. It's easy to point fingers here, but throughout researching these stairs, I've come to realize that everyone involved in this situation is right, and everyone involved is wrong. I understand that the homeowners living here have been inconvenienced, but it feels wrong that a small group of people is campaigning to destroy a unique historic structure. I understand that the city council's job is to represent its constituents, but they tend to miss the point and fall back on this kind of misleading claim that the trail is too dangerous. Not to mention, a few weeks before filming this video, the city council's budget to remove the stairs went up from $1 million to $1.3 million without explanation, and it's not unlikely that it could go up again. The neighborhood board has even called for the demolition plans to stop until the cost is accounted for, but the city hasn't budged and plans to move forward. And I understand why people want to see and photograph this view, but I can't deny that this starts with us. People like me, hikers, photographers coming up here. It's easy to feel like breaking the rules doesn't hurt anyone, like it's trespassing, not vandalism, but in the grand scheme of things, these actions can have consequences. Maybe if these stairs do come down, it could teach us to be more mindful and make sure this doesn't happen again. That's a lesson I hope we can learn, but I also hope these stairs won't be the cost.